I want to ask you about money and relationships.
Yeah.
You've been around the block a long time. You've seen a lot. You've met a lot of people. You've had many different relationships in your life. How important is it to have alignment around money mindset when you're in an intimate relationship with your intimate partner or a business partner? What conversations should we be having around money to make sure that the partner we're in business or life with is going to support us as opposed to be a, kind of thorn in the side of energy, if you will?
Well, I think money plays a very, very big role in our life. We should control the money. We should never let money control us. I love earning it. I love giving it away, too. If you're in a relationship, understanding money in the relationship plays a very big role. You can't have one person with let's say, a poverty consciousness and another one with a prosperity consciousness and expect to have harmony in that relationship. It's just not going to be there because there's too many things where money comes involved in decision-making and conversations. And if you're not on the same page, there's trouble in River City, in the Music Man. And that's just the way it is. So I think it's very important. But the truth is, not many people understand money. Very few. I was mentioning my business partner, Sandy Gallagher. She was a securities attorney when I first met her. She came to a seminar. And she ended up being my business partner. She owns 50% of the company, and she's the CEO of the company. She runs it. But she's a damn genius when it comes to money. I have a pad here where I write things I'm grateful for. The very top thing, Sandy's financial genius. That's number one in my gratitude list every day. I've earned millions and millions of dollars, but it wasn't until she became a business partner about 15 years ago, I guess, that everything in my life changed with money because she knew how to manage it. And if you don't know how to manage it, you're not going to do very well.
Yeah. How do we first manage it in our minds and not let ourselves become afraid of it or hoard it or
well, that's where it's got to start.
Scarcity.
It's got to start. Everything starts in the mind. U.S. Anderson said, thought is the preamble to everything. He said, when we fully realize that thought causes all, we'll know there's never any limits that we ourselves don't impose. Everything starts in thought. So if you want order with money, it starts here. Relationship starts here. Your business starts here. It always starts in your mind. And the problem is, Louis, hardly anybody understands the mind. And it's something that can be understood. Oddly enough, I teach it to psychiatrists. And I'm very good at it. That's my strength. I really understand the mind. Mind is movement. Mind's not a thing. Your brain isn't your mind any more than your toenail is. Your brain is electronic switching stations. Mind is movement. Body is a manifestation of that movement. So if you just stand and just observe a person, you'll get a hell of a good idea what's going on in their mind. I can stand and walk by a person, I'll feel their energy because you send off energy. I can tell what state they're in. In seminars, I'll read a person's energy, I'll scare them. Because you have an intuitive factor, you can pick that energy up and read it. But everything starts in the mind. So whatever benefit or any good that you want, that's where it starts. You've got to start to understand it. Study it. And I think the best thing to do there is to go to somebody that really understands it. Ask for help. and learn. Go to the best. Mm-hmm. I was doing a seminar for Prudential in, 1974, 75. I did seminars for the entire company. And we raised their sales by hundreds of millions of dollars, teaching them just a couple of basics about the mind. But I was doing a seminar in Chicago at the Hillside Holiday Inn. I had 450 different district agents in the room. The number one agent, his name was Ronnie Sempertrain. He was the number one of all of their agents in the world. And when I found out he was in the room, I got him to stand up and I asked him a few questions. I said, Ron, how many people in the past year have asked you if they could take you to breakfast or lunch and had a list of half a dozen well-prepared questions to ask you? Not one. This is the best in the company. He won the President's Trophy. He was the number one agent. That would be like having a convention of quarterbacks and nobody asked Brady anything. What the hell's going on? Where's their mind, you know? But that's not unusual. I wasn't even surprised. The truth is, most people don't think. Remember, Earl Nightingale, marvelous man. I loved working with him. He one time said, if the average person said what they were thinking, they would be speechless. And I'm inclined to agree with him. If you listen to most people, what they're saying, it's fairly obvious they're not thinking, or they'd never say what they're saying. Or stand back and watch what they're doing. They'd never do what they were doing if they're thinking. Just move into action. Don't think, you know.
Who was the greatest mentor for you? Was it Earl? Was it?
Oh, that's pretty difficult. The first guy, Ray Stanford, he wasn't the wisest, but he's the one that got me started. He's the one that changed my direction. And there was Val Vanderwall. He was the first one that really taught me about the mind, and then I got studying with his mentor, Dr. Harry Roeder. And then I got Earl Nightingale and Lloyd Conant, his partner. Then I got Bill Gove, who was a great public speaker. Bill really taught me how to speak. I don't speak anything like Bill Gove. People pay me a lot of money to speak, and I speak nothing like him, but he was my teacher. What he did, he taught me to be totally relaxed in front of 1,000, 20,000, doesn't matter. And that's really the key, you know.
Yeah.
So,
do you ever think it's too late for someone to reprogram their mind around money?
No, never.
If they're in their 40s and 50s and they've never made money,
not at
all. Do you think
it's
possible to make money?
Oh, hell no. No. Listen, if a person can fog a mirror, if they can breathe, you know, it's not too late. Because when you think of the good you can do with it, I do a lot of good with money. Our company, Sandy and I, do a lot of good with money. We build schools in Africa. Mm-hmm. There's so many things I could tell you that I've been able to do with some money. So, no, it's never too late. It's never. And anyone can learn how to earn money. The secret to wealth is have multiple sources of income. You don't have one. You have all kinds of them. I mean, you can earn more money when you're sleeping than you could spend when you're awake. We don't really know very much about money at all.